Hello, lovers. Welcome back to day 3 of the Self-Love is Not Selfish Challenge. And I am so excited to hear what's going on with you. So congrats on dropping your baggage yesterday and really breaking up with that past self and all those old identities. It's great. Would love to hear from you. So feel free to send me any updates at heartsunleashedllc@gmail.com. So if you want to give me some updates, let me know how it's going. If you have any questions or you've been confronted, feel free, shoot me an email, let me know. And today I am going to shed some light on something that you might be feeling, but we're going to put some words to it. All right. And it's called the void. Do you feel it yet? So we've been letting go of and breaking up with and dropping all these old things that have been hanging on to us or we've been hanging on to. And you may be experiencing this new space in your life, this new space in your heart and in your mind. Welcome. This is amazing work. And I'm going to do something new today is I'm going to read you a page from this book. It's my book. Can you notice it's me? So it's from my book, Giving Up, the Memoir of a Quitter. And I'm sharing this because I explain the void so eloquently in this book. And you guys, real quick, I did not know that I was practicing self-love years ago. So an excerpt from this book is from when I was teaching and I left teaching. It was my first experience of taking a swing at self-love, and I didn't know it then. I only know this retrospectively. And so I'm going to invite you to take a look right now at where you may have already been practicing self-love and not giving yourself any credit for it, because you may be doing things like setting boundaries and limitations and standards, or going to therapy and getting some support, or seeing a consultant of some type to like further your progress, or a coach. You may already be doing a lot of things that are self-love and you're just simply not acknowledging yourself or celebrating it. So consider that for a little while. But now today we have actually even signing up for this thing. It is self-love. You're already doing it. And what we're doing is shifting. So today is going to take us into the next 3 days really powerfully and with a lot of momentum, is that self-love is not selfish. We're going to shift that today. And it starts with understanding the void. So before I continue to ramble, we're going to jump right in. Okay? So this is where I want you to consider breaking up with the past of the last 2 days, okay? The biggest bridge to cross was taking a look at who I would actually be if I wasn't a teacher. Giving up that, and voluntarily no less, scared the ever-living crap out of me. So I want you to consider, like, who am I without my identity? Who am I without my problems? And who am I without my complaints? Because all of that stuff we wrote down and burned are your old problems, old complaints, old identities. Like, they don't exist anymore. Those things aren't actually happening in your present. So when I left teaching, and I share this in my book, let me make sure this isn't blurry. When I shared this in my book about leaving teaching, teacher was the only identity that I knew. So recreating myself was actually scary, and I wasn't that excited about it because I didn't know what it looked like. And so here comes the void. So let's see. That's not the right page. Here we are. Our hearts and mind operate similar to vacuums. They don't stay empty for long. If we let go of something and create a void, by nature, something will fill it very quickly. We do this with jobs, relationships, habits, and hobbies. If you are in search of a fuller life, it is your responsibility to be more intentional about what fills those voids. When we fill them with comfort, we don't get much closer to our dream life. Keeping those voids open long enough for what's inside of us to vacate allows us to meet ourselves from a new perspective. Our authentic self begins to shine through, and who we are becomes more apparent. Allowing the void to stay a void can be uncomfortable during the stages of self-discovery. Giving yourself the time to develop can be worth the reward of reaching your next level of freedom, power, and self-expression. I am committed to being okay with the void, and I am committed to an unknown future. I found joy. I found freedom. And I came to realize that I am the only one who truly makes my choices. This was the first time I felt in control of my life and its direction. I was beyond scared to break past the barriers of my comfort zone. It required the armor of my noble quitter. But once I did it, I noticed the rest of my life was still intact. All of the people that I feared disappointing and losing as a result of chasing my dreams were still in my life. I had my health, and I actually had my sanity. I had made it all the way through a really scary life choice, and in the process, I got my first true taste of self-love. So, in this specific example from the chapter, The Noble Quitter, I share leaving teaching. But what you guys have been doing the last 2 days is giving up old identities and like creating that void. And so moving forward in this challenge and in today, and with like, that was my names, dates, and places. That was my story. But here I am with you in your story and in your process. And so get present to the void you just created and allow it. Be with the void all day today. And don't fill it. And don't let someone else fill it. And don't let something fill it. Because when we create that void, it is just gaping open, and can be uncomfortable. But what happens is, so consider your chest wide open. Consider your mind wide open right now. And don't let anything fall in there. Just keep it open. Keep a barrier, keep a force field going on all day today, and just keeping things at a safe arm's distance. Let it come up, be there, and then go by without falling into the void. Now, leaving it open is a new practice, so you're going to learn some things just by leaving it open. And allow you to vacate. Allow you to come out of that new gap and that open space. I want you to imagine like we've cleared the clouds. Now just allow you to shine outward and see what comes up. I have no idea who you are. I don't think, like, you don't know who you are. You are going to come to discover more of who you are. You can feel it. It's bursting at the seams and it's begging to be set free. But I have not met myself. Like, I keep meeting myself and I keep being surprised. Like, just last month I announced, like, hey, I want to kind of be a photographer. Like, I don't know if I want to make it a business, but it's fun, right? Like, and I didn't know that. Well, another one is I didn't know I wanted to be an author, or I had it in me to be an author, until I peeled back the layers and layers and layers of barrier in the way from all my self-expression. So who are you? Do you know? And like, let's see what you find, okay? So I'm so excited for you. That's what I just experienced. Like, again, I'm used to coaching and getting the feedback immediately, but I'm just so excited for you. So, an exercise today, a writing exercise. we have if you signed up for this, at some point you agreed, yeah, self-love is not selfish. And I'm interested in rebuilding that. So I want you to start free writing again and start with self-love is not selfish. And then fill in the blank, self-love equals. And I want you to sort through what you've been told self-love is, what you think self-love is, and what you want self-love to be. And get all the way to the bottom. In fact, you can even cheat. The top can be self-love is not selfish, and the bottom, the last line is self-love is self-expression. That's where we're getting. You, fully self-expressed with all the permission in the world. So filter through the layers it will take you to get to recreating your relationship to self-love. That's what we're doing, recreating the relationship to self-love. So self-love equals blank. Fill it in, fill it in, fill it in until you're out of stuff. And then allow it to be self-love is self-expression. And beyond that, you may create a new relationship, a new authentic relationship to self-love. And I don't know what it's going to be. Feel free, again, email me, let me know. I'm dying to hear how this is going for you. All right, so I don't have a podcast episode for you today. Easy as 1, 2, 3. So understanding and getting present to the void, seeing it, notice it all day. Like, I want you to go from like this vision of self-love and the void to like, whoa, I get it. I see it all. Like, holy moly, I didn't know this was all happening around me. Okay. So get present to the void, allow it to be. The second thing is I don't have a podcast episode today, so I am going to make you a meditation. It's going to be like 3 to 5 minutes. Okay. So 3 to 5 minute meditation. And then the last thing is the evolve your relationship to self-love. So do that free writing and choose your relationship to self-love. And then the last thing is print and post. Who I am is the possibility of. Okay? So I'll make you a little thing that you can download and print and post. Or you can just, if you don't have a printer, just write it down on a Post-it or a piece of paper and smack it up on your wall or at your front door or something. Who I am is the possibility of, fill in the blank. But I want you to leave it blank on your piece of paper and then announce it each day. Now, void, one more time, because we're talking about you vacating now. Who you are is the possibility of something that is already inside of you. Like my possibility all the time, like, so I have 5 key possibilities. Who I am is heart, vitality, power, grace, and light. That is my possibility. That's what's sitting in here. And so you have things already in existence here. And by printing and posting this, it's a daily, minute by minute invitation to allow it to vacate. And instead of stuffing things in those voids, you just radiate. Okay? One more thing I am the possibility of. Who I am is the possibility of hearts unleashed. I wake up every day considering whose heart am I going to unleash. And this week I have woken up and went to bed every day for you people. I promise you that. You are on my heart. I meditate on your growth and your progress and your process, and that I get to be a contribution to it this week. And it lights me up. And so who are you the possibility of? What if your gift is fully unleashed and your heart is fully unleashed? What are you going out there doing and providing and contributing? So the whole thing about self-love is that you are a gift in which it is your responsibility to deliver, right? And there is nothing selfish about that. You get it? Self-love is not selfish. Self-love is you fully expressing the gift that you are in this world. So give it up. Give up anything that holds you back from being your fullest self. Okay? So one more review. Get present to the void. Recreate your relationship to self-love. Meditate on it. I'm going to guide you through, again, letting yourself come out. And then last thing, print and post. Who I am is the possibility of, and begin to announce those possibilities. I love you guys. This is so much fun, and I cannot wait. Well, yes, I can. It's not for me, it's for you. I am just so excited for you to have all your permission to love yourself. So head over to that meditation. Happy Wednesday.